So hi Joe. Hey, you said that yeah, I was looking at the timer there real quick. You said you wanted me to tell some more stories about my mother and I and our time and our relationship and all that. Well, right now I can't think of a whole lot, so I'll just tell you one quick memory that I have, and a little bit about her, like what she looked like. So she was 5'4", and she was a white woman with light skin, blonde hair, and blue eyes. Very different looking from what I look like. And my dad was dark skinned, and so here I am. Anyways, when we take pictures and stuff, and we'd be up against each other, and I really like this because later in life, my grandmother liked to take pictures of us together. So a lot of times, the top of her head would come right up under my chin. And she would always look up at me and stuff. And I could tell she was real proud of me. And of course, she thought I was attractive looking too. So anyways, she would always say like my giant and stuff. And yeah, and funny thing is I look really huge compared to a lot of other dudes. Like, so I'm 5'11", and a lot of guys I know are 5'10". Nothing wrong with that. That's absolutely cool. But the weird thing is, like, so the dudes are like only an inch shorter than I am, but I look huge compared to they do. They just look so small. But anyways, my mother, just the way I could see the picture of her again. She'd be looking up at me and smiling and stuff, and I looked so huge compared to her. Like, it was like the Incredible Hulk, like me, and she looked like Spider-Man or something. Just a huge contrast of our size difference. But when I was a little boy, it was different. I was this little kid that came up to her knee, and her thigh and all that, and I was like, "Hey, Mom," and then it's like, oh, and the tides have changed, haven't they? Now that we're both adults. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I had lots of awesome times with my mother. Some of it I have to think about, and so that's what I'll do. But I remember this one thing. So picture this: 1980s, early 1980s. My mom and I are in an old Chrysler. At the time, it was a little bit old too. It might have been from the 70s, and this was the early 80s. So I don't know, but it was some old Chrysler. It was a good car. It looked pretty good, and it ran pretty good. But anyways, so there we were. Going on the highway. Where we were going, I don't remember where we were going, but it was nice. I was short back then, and the visor was up, and the sunlight was coming right in, and well, darn it, that visor didn't work back then for me. Now when I'm in a car, my head almost touches the freaking ceiling, and I got to put the seat all the way back, and but anyways, but back then I was a little kid, and that dang visor wasn't helping me at all, and it was annoying, but still I had a good time because there I was with my mother, and we were going somewhere, and I don't remember where we were going, because that was like over 40 years ago, so I have no idea, but I just remember that, it was good times. Oh yeah, and I was going to say in the previous video about my mother, so we used to like Walmart too, and Walmart came to our area. Actually, it came to the city right next to us, and it came in 1992, and we had fun going there too, and I think they had a Burger King right there and an Arby's or something. Arby's for sure, and we would get Arby's too anyways. So yeah, I have a lot of good times remembering, that my mother and I used to like to eat out quite a bit, and just good times. So right now I can't think of anything else, but since you wanted me to talk more about that, and since I did remember that, right now, so yeah. So there you go. I hope you enjoy that. So goodbye, Joe, and have a lovely day.